are on the clock. 3 minutes and 5. The table 64. If you have a 9 a.m. CBA, your numerals that will be alive. Go ahead and check your bracket. The next matches, all 9 a.m. CBAs are now live. Taylor and Hickey to table 63. You are on the clock. Taylor and Hickey, table 63. Rouse and Metcalf to table 62. You are on the clock. Rouse and Metcalf, table 62. Table 51. Clancy and Clark are on the clock. 51. Clancy and Clark.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Western WBCA match between CHAO and Justin Lee versus Tyler Spires and Chris Berry. All right. So Shu Chang taking his time, eyeing out the table, looking like he's settling on the 6 ball to get started. Switching hands, going left hand, shooting over the top of the 13 ball. This is a very awkward opening shot. And missed it. So that's going to give the opportunity back over to Spires and Barry. And if you're wondering who is who, that shooting at the table is Chris Barry. The other gentleman with the impressive beard is Tyler Spires. Which is this gentleman here. Quite an impressive beard. Full stroke on that. Tried to come back on the other side of that 5, and this is going to be a problem. Chris going to be coming to the table shooting over the top of the 5 ball and having to bank the 3 ball. And this is not one you want to have to take on, but there's not much in the way of safeties to play here unless you can get really creative and try to find a spot to put that cue ball, but he's doesn't really have the opportunity to do that. So Chris calling the bank. This is going to be a highlight reel if he makes it. Heck of a try. Heck of a try from Chris. All right, so Justin Lee coming to the table with stripes. Good job getting on that 9. That's the trickier ball. That was perfect shape on the 9 to get the shape that he needed on the 14 to get the 14 on the side. That was the key to getting out of this rack, was all about that 14 ball. And thanks to Justin's perfect lead on the 9 for Shu Chang.
Ball.
So I'm wondering about the 15 ball. Does the 15 play? I think Justin wanted to get him a bit more angle because I don't know if that 15 plays down here into this corner or not. It may. It looks pretty tight. I don't know. I think ideally you want to come to the other side of the 15, but I don't know if Shu Chang has enough angle to do that. So they may have to try to squeeze it in that pocket or take it up table into this pocket here. That might be the option as well. Shu Chang very diligently taking his time with this stroke, knowing he's got to get that shape perfect. He's going for the side. I guess the side must be open. Yep, there's more than one pocket on the table. The side pocket is a good option. Justin just needs to roll this in. And Chu Cheng should have manageable shape. Okay, he says, forget rolling it. I'm going to go ahead and stun it in the side and make it unmissable. Chu Cheng to pocket this 8-ball, take the early 1-0 lead. All right, so rack 1 in the books. Let's play a video for our sponsor, BiggleBox.
At BiggleBox.com, you're not just a customer, you're the king. Join our rewards program and watch the perks rain down on you. BiggleBox.com, where kings are made.
So BiggleBox.com, one of the platinum sponsors of this event, really doing a lot for the Western BCA. Make sure to support the sponsors of this event. If you need any pool equipment, you're out the coast, stop by the BiggleBox booth, pick up whatever you need. They've got everything there. Okay, so 9-ball goes down on the break, looks like. And so Justin and Chu Cheng going to have a bit of a navigational difficulty here on this rack. You've got a little bit of a situation tied up here with the 14 and 5 ball. Whether your stripes or solids, you're going to have to deal with that problem. So it's sort of like you pick the best suit that can help you bust that out, which is definitely solids. With that 6 ball there, that makes the opportunity to break out a 5 much easier. Let's see if he's gotten him the room. He's set up Chu Cheng on the 6, but it's kind of steep. I'm not sure if he can swing this with a ton of low left. I'll put my cue ball up here. I'd say right about there, a lot of low left, and try to swing that cue ball. Into the 5, breaking out the 5 ball. But he has to hit it fairly soft. You don't want to break this out at light speed because you want to control the breakout. You want to give it a little nudge and help the cue ball get free, and you've got to get a little bit of luck with your shape on the next ball. It's also a little bit of a reach over the table. Nice shot from Chu Cheng, draws right into the 5, and maybe he's got clearance for Justin to pocket the 7 in the bottom right corner. We'll find out. You are watching this video on EvoSports streaming technology. The players are at the venue streaming the match themselves using EvoSports, which is installed on tables 1 through 6. I'm coming in as a remote commentator. Coming in from about 5 miles away from the event center. Still at my Airbnb. I'm actually in bed. The only thing I need is a cup of coffee, and I'll be all set. All right. So Chu Cheng, is he coming underneath the kick underneath the 5 and play safety and lock up the cue ball? Yep. Not a bad shot. Opens up the 5 ball and doesn't really sell out anything with the 14. This is a tough spot to be in. I think you just want to thin this 14, bring the cue ball down to the rail, and maybe right up in here, leaving the 14 in its place and seeing if you could leave that cue ball somewhere up in here, not moving the 14 too much. I think that's probably your best bet, is to try to play that safety. Not a great option, but you don't really have any good options here where they've left it. So he's calling the bank. This is incredibly tough because you've got to twist this thing, and that 14 ball is going to have some spin on it taking it away from the pocket. So this is a very difficult shot. And does it stay in the way? Not sure. I think the 4 ball has some clearance there to the corner pocket. And I think Shu Cheng got exactly what he wanted out of that safety. He's gotten an open look now. Shu Cheng and Justin are definitely a powerhouse combo. They defeated Mike Deichmann and Tony Sandoval last night in a Scotch doubles match, just an exhibition match, by a score of 9-3, and that's a tough team. So they came ready to play. All right, looking good. And one thing you'll notice about Shu Cheng and Justin playing Scotch together, they don't really have to have a lot of communication. There's not a lot of talk. They're both pretty highly skilled players, so they know essentially what they want the pattern to be and how to play out the racks. So, oh, 5 ball almost hung up, but he gets it in and gets Justin straight in on the 8 ball. And that's going to be 2-0. Team CHAO and Lee. And if you're interested in getting EvoSports, here's some more information about the EvoSports Streaming System.
Introducing EvoSports, the future of live streaming. It's now easier than ever to stream and share your action. We use the best equipment for high-quality HD image. Invite a commentator from anywhere in the world. EvoSports is the evolution in billiards entertainment. Live streaming has never been easier. Simply enter your name, add your race length, and start your stream. Join us on YouTube at EvoSports Streaming or at evosports.live.
All right. EvoSports, the future of billiards entertainment, is here at the Western BCA, automatically streaming 6 tables. You'll probably look at our booth and you'll see, why is there nobody there? How are they streaming 6 tables? Well, it's the technology. You get this installed at your pool hall and nobody needs to be there to run the stream. The players simply just use the tablet and start their streams. All right, so Tyler with a dry break, looks like. Didn't see anything go in. So this is when you're probably going to see most of the discussion between the teammates is in the open table situations, making sure that they're on the same page with which suit to take. That's the most important decision you can make in 8-ball. He wants to give him an angle on that 14 so he can punch forward and loosen up the 3 and 11. He's given him a little angle. He's got about a 15-degree angle on this 14 ball. It should be about right. Put a good stroke on it and follow through with a lot of top. And you want that cue ball to come 2 rails into the 3 ball. And hopefully you don't get stuck behind the 3. That's the risk here. If you come into that 3-2 full, you could get the cue ball stuck in there. Comes into the 3 with a good speed. And I think he's done really well here. I think Justin can see this 1 ball. Yes. Almost certainly can see that 1 ball. So great breakout from Xu Chang, hitting that at a very good pace to make sure that he gets the separation on the cue ball. Now the only problem really is the 15, which is not really an issue. They might want to save the 15 ball here. Might want to save that for the last ball to pocket the 8 with. If you can get the right shape, you can draw back for the 8. But honestly, the 13 or 15 would probably be better choices for a key ball to get on the 8 ball with. I think that's what they discussed, is which ball do you want to have as the key ball for the 8. A little bit of a discussion there, making sure that they're on the same page with how they're going to attack this remaining 5 balls. And big props to Chris Berry and Tyler Spires for stepping up 200 and something points under the cap, maybe 300 points under the cap, to play in this elite Scotch event, knowing that with their ratings, they are quite a bit the underdog in this event. But you have to play better players to get better, they say, and that's what they're doing. Oh, this could be trouble. He's lost the cue ball. He wanted to come into the 2 ball, and he went right in between those balls. He wanted to come either into the 2 ball or come out off the edge of the 2 ball, kind of a little bit like this. So that angle, we might have to see Xu Cheng get. Yep. Is that the jump cue? Nope, it's not. Let's see. He must have an edge of it. Wow. Maybe he's just eyeing it up, but it doesn't look like he has enough of it to be able to cut it in. And even if he does, it's very difficult to control the cue ball. That cue ball is going to be tracking towards the bottom left corner. So oh my gosh, he has the 15. Is that even possible? Looks like he's putting a lot of left. I think he has to swerve this ball to get the 15 in. He has to curve it just a little bit. Good try. It didn't curve enough for him, so. Spires and Barry, open opportunity. They're not going to get a whole lot of looks like this in this event, so they've got to cash in when they have the opportunity here. And their problem is probably the 6 ball. I don't think the 6 passes by this 10. So they're going to have to figure out something. They're going to have to figure out something with the 6 ball. And Chris eyeing that 6 ball up right there. He knows it. I believe it does play in the side. If you can get yourself shape near where the cue ball is now, you can have a difficult side pocket shot on the 6. Oh, rattled it. And I got to wonder if they're going to take on the bank shot here. If Justin likes this bank shot, he is a 1 pocket player. So the bank is actually a little bigger. You can come right here. You can come here. You can come here. You know, you've got a really wide area here that you could bank this ball. So because that 7 makes the pocket quite a bit bigger. And he's got it. And he got shape on the – and he got shape on the 13. Justin Lee hits the perfect bank with shape, getting his partner the opportunity to get him a nice little draw shot here for the 8 in the bottom right corner. And there we go. Rack 3 in the books. And let's see a sponsored ad from Bratley's Billiard Glasses. Bratley's Billiard Glasses. Jake Bratley, proprietor, great guy. And I have several of my friends that have ordered from him, and really good pricing. Doesn't take long to get them. Don't order your billiard glasses online. Go through Bratley's Billiard Glasses. They can take your prescription, get them made, and it will increase your Fargo by a minimum of 50 points guaranteed. All right, that wasn't in the promotional content, but I'm just going to throw that in there. If you've got better eyesight, you're going to play better. You need glasses, get Bratley's. Okay. A lot of clusters here. For a head ball break, that was quite a bit of clustering on the side of the table there. And we might see a bit of a moving battle. I like solids here. Solids gives you the opportunity to break out the cluster because of that 5 ball. Use the 3 to get to the 5. And I think trying to, roll the dice and get the breakout, I think if you can leave the cue ball, somewhere up here, you've got a nice angle to punch that 5 with some pace and slam into the 14 ball and just rearrange the furniture a little bit. But there is a risk that you're going to get stuck. So he is getting to that position. He's got the good angle here. I like this angle a lot. They're going to roll the dice. And because of the number of balls, you've got 5 balls that you need to move, maybe 6. You're going to have to hit this at a pretty good clip to get all of the movement to try to loosen up your 2 and 6. And you are really rolling the dice on what you're going to end up with for shape. You kind of have to see what he's going to get. Roll the dice, and he comes up with double zeros. That's a heartbreaker. That's the one that you're really hoping that you're going to get that breakout and get shape on a ball. But he got nothing out of it. And now maybe the only thing they can do is to try to thin off this one and try to bring the cue ball, if they can, down in this area. That might be the only play they have. Very delicate. There's almost nothing else that you can do that wouldn't sell out a shot. He's kicking at this one ball. I'm not sure if he's called a pocket. Oh, well. Really tough spot to be in for Tyler. Yep, I think he's finally decided on trying to do the shot. I just don't think that he has the angle to get behind the 7 with this cue ball. But he has to try to get it somehow underneath, minimally moving the 1 ball and get the cue ball down underneath everything. Very soft. Oh, he's going to kick at the 7. Well, he did one thing. He got the cue ball underneath. However, it leaked out, and that's going to give options. You got the 11 ball to shoot at in the bottom right corner. You got the 13 ball to shoot at in the top right corner. Chu Cheng likes the 11 ball because that can help him break out that 9 and 14 ball, I believe, is what's sitting there. Good clean breakout. I was going to say, it's hard to break those out and still keep things open, and he's done a great job of that. Justin with 4 options really to shoot at. I kind of like taking care of the 9 and 14 first. I want that 14 and get the 9 out of there because the 1 ball is such a big blocker for the path to get on those balls. I like getting those out of the way now. 14 draw back for 1 next. So he's floated down. And I think he just wants Chu Cheng to take that 12 ball. Guess that's what they were really seeing as the big problem. Cheng putting this in the side pocket. And I'm looking at the 8 ball, and it does play in this bottom left corner. So once you know that, you've got a lot more options on how you want to play these final 3 balls. Wants to stay underneath it. He has. But cue ball on the rail is going to hamper Justin's ability to draw this back for the 9. So if he's got a little angle, he can push forward and go off the rail and back out. But you need to get out past that. You need to be past that 1. You know, in this area, he's got there. Great shot from Justin. Looks like he had that just enough angle to push forward. I wasn't sure if he was straight on and on the rail. That's the worst spot, but he made that work. Xu Chang with a little bit of an off angle here. I think he can still draw for position on the 8. Looks pretty straight, actually. Okay. Very close to coming up to the other side of that 1, but he's got it okay. And down it goes for a 4-0 lead. And what do we have next on the sponsor list? Let's play a video from Jay Flowers. All right, so Chris Berry going with the head ball break. Does not get anything in, so coming up dry. Going to give the first opportunity to the table up. So Justin coming to the table. I think they had a little discussion before he came to the table, what they wanted to do. Electing to take on stripes and got the perfect shape for that 15 ball, which is the problem ball, the main problem ball of this rack for stripes. And he's got it perfect. 15 on the side. He's got the option if he wants to move the 9 a little bit. He can play the 15 off the 9 or hit it cleanly, depending on the shape that he wants to get. So he's got lots of options here. This is a perfect spot to put the cue ball. Getting a little close to his work there, but the angle kind of led him there. Puts it at a good speed to still maintain position. It should be fine for Xu Cheng to be able to pocket this 9 and draw back for the 12 in the same pocket. You'd like to have a little bit of an angle on the 12 to move the cue ball a little bit over. I believe you want the 10 next after the 12. Okay, so things are going to get a little bit more difficult now. Hampered shooting over the top of the 2 ball. Justin's going to have to figure out a way, and this is where you might want to just trust your partner and leave your partner a long distance shot on the 14, because he's so straight on the 12. He can't really do anything to manufacture an angle because he's shooting over the top of the cue ball. He could also look at the 10 ball to try to pocket that, but it doesn't really lead you to anything. So I think, honestly, I think the best play here is just to slow roll this 12 ball, leaving Xu Cheng a shot from here on this ball here. Okay, I was wrong. He tried to force it. Very tough to do when you're shooting over the top of a ball. You're stretched out over the table, and you're trying to force an angle to get a lot of action out of the cue ball and bring it back out. That's hard to do. So now Xu Cheng with a worse angle than what he would have had if Justin just slow rolled the ball and left it here. He didn't want to do that, and now Xu Cheng's got to do the heavy lifting. Thin cut on the 14, and that's going to move that cue ball back and forth, probably coming back into the 8 ball. Good chance. So there's a lot of, so he's calling, it looks like he's calling a safety. I think that's what he said. Oh no, he's just letting the player next to him shoot first. Let's figure this out. What is he looking at? He might be just, I think he might have just be looking at kicking underneath it and leaving the cue ball down there on the bottom. That will leave a combo, like a 4-1 combo for them. Let's see if that's what he's doing. I say go for it. I say just go for it and cut it. Roll the dice. You got a 4-0 lead. Let's go. What an incredible oh my God, it hung up. I thought he made it, and he would have got shape on the 10. That would have been an incredible shot. I think he might have overcut that by just a hair. Yeah, he did. He overcut that 14. I thought when he hit it, if he cuts it enough, it'll go. He cut it too much. But the danger is definitely there. This is a rack that Spires and Barry cannot make any mistakes on, really. So Tyler Spires eyeing up the 2-1 combo. Bring the cue ball down and down to the bottom rail. That was the problem with that shot. Is it takes cue ball kind of away from your position. You're going to have to hit it at a higher pace to get the cue ball back around. Now they're in a real bad spot. You might consider a safety, even though I don't like a safety when a ball is sitting like that close. I might just try to slow roll this into the side. And if you make it, you'll be good on the 6. If you miss it, there's a good chance you can get hooked behind the 4. They're discussing it. Players are. Okay, he's calling the 5 in the corner. He didn't like that. So this is an all-in shot. Yeah, you're putting all your chips in the middle on that one. I think the 2 ball, if it was available for the side, it did lead to a decent safety opportunity. Even if you didn't pocket the 2 ball, you could play a safety on that. He could have played a safe. But they might be feeling like Shu Chang and Justin play so good that no safety is really good and feeling like they have to run out. And that's what good play does to the opponents, is forces them to kind of maybe take action where they wouldn't otherwise do that. I don't know if that's the case, but Shu Chang and Justin playing really well. You just don't want to leave them any opportunities at the table. Beautiful shot coming around the 7. All right, Shu Chang to break, head ball break. Look for those balls behind the head ball to go towards the side pockets. Cue ball went towards the side pocket and didn't go in, but the 11 does. So it got a little bit lucky losing that cue ball off the break. Lucky that he didn't scratch. So Justin and Shu Chang are on the hill. So the 3 ball is a problem here. The 6 is not really an issue because the 6 plays up here. So that's not one that they're focused on necessarily. They don't have to break it out. The 3 ball is the tough one to get shape on. And Chu Cheng getting his extension out because he's going to have to reach. And I think that what he's going to try to do here, my guess is he's going to have to try to draw this way, but maybe not. Maybe he can put right on it and then see. I don't think he can get underneath the 3. I think he's got to go above it. Just getting Justin at a little bit of an angle. He can go underneath it. Never mind. What a shot. That's the way to get it done. Because if you bump that 3 at all on the way through, you're screwed. You got to go clean underneath the 3, and he did. Even giving Justin an angle to get back up table. So now the 6 is going to be their next area of focus. Because you have to be on that side rail on the right side of the table to pocket that 6 ball. Justin going to end up leaving a combo or a safety. I mean, I think the right play in most cases here is not to play this combo. It's just to play a little thin, little dinky shot and bring the cue ball up underneath. Up and underneath the 4 if you can. Getting the cue ball pinched between the rail and the 4 ball. But maybe there's not enough room for that, or maybe it's the fact that they have a 5-0 lead. He's going on the offensive here and calling the 1. Perfect shot. That's the sound of money. Not out of the woods just yet. Justin's got to try to navigate this window through here. Wants to bring the cue ball down this path off of the 4. Now he is actually considering, I think, breaking it out. You could come into the 6 here. If you just bump into these 2 balls like that with your cue ball, you should have the 2 in the side. So, but don't bump balls if you don't need to, they say. That was perfect. Well executed shot. Comes into it, knows that the 2 ball is there to save it. And this should be all she wrote. As long as Chu Cheng draws back far enough, you don't want to underdraw this. Overdraw is okay because you can use the 13 to stop the cue ball. But ideally, you just want to draw it back to where it is right now. A 6 to 8 inch draw shot here. Get you nicely on the 2 and you're out. That ought to do it. Justin decides to leave him a longer 8 ball than necessary. A little bit longer. It shouldn't be a problem. Chu Cheng's got a big pocket here. This is one that you just roll in slowly. He has decided to use the 15 to go off the 15. Congratulations. Western Chu Cheng CHAO, you advance to the next round of the Scotch Lincoln City Championships. And if anybody out there is interested in sponsoring these videos, reach out to the Western BCA. There's sponsorships available.